Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, as you can see from the title, we are going to be playing with the Madebymitchell Head in the Clouds palette, which is obviously it right here, and it is filled with all these lovely bright colourful shadows with a couple of neutrals such as the browns. And now I was really intrigued to play with this palette, and I put a poll up on my Instagram whether you guys wanted me to play with this one or my Be Perfect X Stacey Marie Love Tahiti Carnival Free palette, and obviously this palette won. So that is what we're going to be doing today, using this palette, and I'm going to actually be doing, as you can see, a very colourful cut crease. Don't really do cut creases too much on my channel just because they give me the heebie-jeebies. I have a slight tremor in my hand, so getting the cut creases perfect or even is difficult, but I thought, you know what, I want to play with as many shadows as I can, and I've had this colour design in my head for a while now. So before I go any further, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Also hit that bell notification and follow me on Instagram. My link will be down in the description below. And let's jump into it. So to prime today, I'm actually going to be taking my Ultimate Eye Base by Revolution. This is in the shade Light. And I'm going to squeeze some onto my lid, and then I'm actually going to take my sponge and then just blend it out. Usually I don't use a sponge to blend this out, I use one of my brushes, but because I want to lose some of the product, ironically, I just use a sponge. So the first shade we're going to go in with on a Madebymitchell ME1 brush is the shade Lucid, which is like the light lavendery shade, and that is going to go at the front and up into the brow. So I'm just going to take it here first and then start to work it up into my brow, as well as bring it out. Let me actually move my brush and bring this forward slightly, so I'm picking up a touch more, and then I'm just going to start working it. I'm going to go like quarter of the way in, so right here, turn through ever so slowly, and then whatever's left I'll just work into the front of my brow. So before I go any further, I'm going to take my cardigan off because my heating has just come on. Yeah, that can go down there. Now I'm going to take a bit more and just really ensure that the colour is nice and built up. Ironically, this, although there is some blending, a lot of it is just placing the colour where I want it and then just taking a slight circular motion to just diffuse out the edges. Okay, so that's that colour. Next I'm going to go in with a ME3 brush and the shade Marmalade, which is the nearly orange. Was it Marmalade? Yeah. Had to double check what colour I went in with next. And that's just going to be first stamped right in the centre. And then whatever's left, I'll just do small windshield motions to just get a nice sort of soft edge and slight blend. Then I'm going to go in with a tiny bit more of a Lucid and just really carefully blend between those two shades. So how's everyone doing? I hope you're doing all well. We are still in lockdown here in the UK. I'm going to go back and have a touch with Marmalade. So, like I said, we're still in lockdown here in the UK, and how many strands there are now is getting really, really scary. Let's hope the vaccines work, because it's a shame with everything that's going on, and it's so scary and so sad of how many people we've lost. Well, I'm sure you guys don't want to hear about that. You don't really want it. Get even more depressed than what we already are. So I'll just change subject actually. So I'm going to go back and have a tiny bit of Marmalade, and then just really pack it on. Then I'm going to go in with my Spectrum B06 brush. I'm going to take the shade UFO. I love that, which is this one right here. The more neon-y of the two yellows, and that's going to be popped right on the outer edge. Then I'll tap off the excess and just use whatever's left just to tap in between those colours. Like just to tap between UFO and Marmalade. So I'll go back in with a tiny bit more of Marmalade to blend even more between UFO and Lucid. That one's on. I'm going to go in with Perps and Caicos, which is the purple here. This is on a Moda crease brush. Tap off the excess and then really stamp it on the edge and bring it out ever so slightly. A tiny bit more. Just to ensure that the colour is nice and built up to how I want. Before I go in with another crease brush, I'm going to take my Milk Chocolate palette by Makeuprevolution. I'm going to take the translucenty side, just use that just to blend out the edges right here. So you can see, guys. So just using that just to blend out the edges of Perps and Caicos. Then I'm going to go back in with a tiny bit of a UFO just to blend between Perps and Caicos. Blend it in with it. It's nice and seamless. So I'll go back in with Perps and Caicos and the tiniest bit. And do small circular motions. And we are obviously taking this out quite far, like past my brow, like about half an inch, quarter of an inch, I don't know. Then with that translucent shade again, give it one final blend. I'm not even really touching it, I'm just barely touching the edge. Kind of doing like flicking motions. Now for the hard part, the crease. Where did I put my brush? I'm going to be taking a Makeup by Tammy Cosmetics brush and tiny bit more of that primer. And I'm going to carefully as I can start to cut the crease. And I'm not going to be able to talk when I do this, guys. Now I'm going to apply some of that primer onto my lid and ensure that the line is nice and seamless as can possibly be. And I don't mean seamless, I mean as straight as can possibly be, I should say. Then I take a sponge and just gently tap just along the very edge so we get rid of some of that thickness. And for the main lid, for the lid shade, I'm actually going to take the shade Skywalker, which is the grey. I'm just taking that on my Real Techniques base shadow brush. I'm just going to pack this shade all over that base. So how's everyone doing? And I've already said that, but I hope you're all keeping yourselves occupied. I'm making my way through Once Upon a Time. My mom got me the entire box set for Christmas, which I was very, very thankful for. And I'm now just starting the third season, and I'm really, really loving it. I'm loving how they've kind of kept with the stories, but obviously give them more depth and background, especially like the villains like Regina, the Evil Queen. I'm loving seeing her evolution so far. And I'm also enjoying, ironically, Rumpelstiltskin, the Beast / the Crocodile / the Dark One. Although I will admit you do have to kind of pay attention in order to figure out like who's who, because it does get a tiny bit confusing. Now I'm just going to take a makeup wipe and get rid of any of that primer that's left on my hand first, and then I'm going to clean up any of the fallout and create a nice sharp line, because obviously the base was wet. There's actually not too much fallout, probably some but not a lot. Just going to do what I always do, wrap some around the edge of my finger, then create a nice sharp line. Really ensure that it's nice and sharp. I know I could do the same with concealer, but I prefer just to do this first, because for me anyway, it's so much easier. Now that's done, I'm actually going to take my Collective highlighter in the shade Saint Holy. As you can see, I've majorly hitting pan. I think this is like my second or third one of these highlighters. It is my favourite highlighter in the world. It is amazing. I'm just going to apply that to my brow bone. Can't really see as much because of the colours are there, but I've done it on my other eye, so I need to do it anyway. And as you can see, it's really nice. in a corner highlight, and this is what I'll actually be using as my face highlight. For concealer, I'm going to be going in with my Revolution Heartbreakers concealer in the shade, what shade are you in? Shortbread. I love the doe foot applicator on this. It's like such a cute little heart. It's like, so cute. Definitely fits in with the theme, the Heartbreakers theme. And I'm actually going to be using a new powder today because I've got some new products. The other day I got a refill of this concealer, and then I got 2 new ones by Revolution. I got one of their Ultimate Eye Under Eye concealers from RevolutionPro, and then I decided to try the Makeupobsession concealer. None of that. The Makeupobsession concealer actually isn't opened yet, but I've tried the Under Eye Revolution concealer. It's actually really quite nice. But I thought I'd get through 1 or 2 of my other concealers before I open the others. That's all blended out. I'm going to go in with the Sleek Face Foam Baking and Setting Powder in the shade Light. I'll take my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion sponge and just set and bake. Oh, I forgot to mention, this top is part of the tie-dye collection from Yours. It is a new one, and it's so cute. Like, oh, so cute. They're all different as well. So obviously they're tie-dye, so none of them are ever exactly alike. While I bake, I'm going to just bronze up along my jawline, and I'm going to be taking my e.l.f. Primer Infused bronzer in Forever Sunkissed. I have had this since about 6 months. Obviously, I've had this since I did my full face of e.l.f. setting video, and I've still not hit pan. So I'm definitely impressed with how long this bronzer is lasting me, especially considering how much I use. It's ridiculous sometimes. I'm just gonna pinch the side and bronze just along my nose, and then tiny bit under my lip, as well as touch under my jawline, my jaw right here. I'm actually really starting to like taking my bronzer just behind my ear. I don't know why, just something I started doing. I think I saw Nikki tutorials start doing it, and I liked the way I thought I'd try it, and I liked the way it changed my face up. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna keep doing that. It's quite good. I like it. No, I don't want this one. Yeah, going to go in with one of my Kohl eyeliners from the. Oh, okay, bye bye. Sorry, my dog's just a bit coffee. Okay. Yeah, no good. Good boy. So yeah, I'm gonna take my Kohl eyeliner in the shade Canary, just like the neon greeny yellowy one. I'm just going to. Oh, hello. My dog just decided to sit next to me. Just going to line my waterlines. I actually forgot to do it on this eye, so that's why I'm doing it now. Yep. Okay. So I'm just gonna line my waterlines with bottom and top. I originally thought about doing it all in the colours like I've done, but then I thought, oh, I just want to do it in the one colour because it's give me even more of it, give a bit more colour. Now I'm just going to take my brush and wipe away the powder. And this is actually like my third or fourth time using this powder because it's still quite new. Got it the other day, and so far I'm really liking it. I was a bit hesitant on the first colour because it's kind of like yellowy orange, and I'm used to obviously either pale pinky or white for the translucent, when this just comes in, I think, light, medium, deep and deep dark, I think. Don't quote me. And I think it comes in that range. So obviously the light one's got a bit of a yellow tint to it, but I like it. I'm going to take my bronzer again and just bronze up the rest of my face, just my jaw, well, not my jaw, my cheeks, just to help slim my chibi-ish face down, because in lockdown I've been eating a lot of crap. Thank you. Now, the first shade that we're going to go in with is Pips and Cake Ice again, and I'm going to be taking that on my Elf smudge brush, and that's just going to go on the outer area right here, just underneath. I'm actually applying it to the top as well, just so I can do a nice edge. Then I'm going to go in with a UFO on another smudger brush. I'm going to go on the right outer edge. Sorry guys, you might not be able to see, sorry. If I go with the other colour, I'm just going to take some cacos and just kind of pat in between this like edge, just to get a nice blend between that and UFO. But what should I take next? Yeah, I'm going in with my Spectrum 813 brush, and I'm going to go in with a Marmalade next, and that's just going to go right in the middle. Gonna have to pack them on a tiny bit more underneath, just because they are kind of pastel-ish, but they still show up quite nicely, so I'm not mad at them. Then going in with Lucid on my smudge jawline brush by Nicole Moda, and just will really start to pack that onto the inner half. I'm actually going to spray it a tiny bit as well. I don't actually spray my mats a lot, but when they're like lavendery shades like this, it does help. Also, it does help if your base is lighter, but because of my concealer, it's not, but it's fine. Then I'm going to go in with the brush that I was using with my translucent shade. I'm going to take a tiny bit of the bronzer shade, just use that all along the bottom just to give everything a nice seamless blend. Don't want to take too much because I don't want to add any real colour to the edge, so I just want to blend it. I suppose I could have used the translucent shade, but I did this on this eye, so I have to do it on this one. And I'm going to go back in with my highlighter. Get a nice finish amount. Spritz it with my EyeLiner Peaches and Cream Fixing Spray. I'm going to highlight my inner corner for days. Boom. I love this highlighter. And next, while I get my eyes a slight break, I'm going to take in for blush today. I'm going to take the Bhcosmetics Fall Blush, the Duo Cheek Colour Blushes in the shade Honolulu Hideaway. This shade right here. I've actually had these for a while, but I forgot I had them. So the other day when I found them, I was like, oh, I did get them. And I'm going to apply that to the apples of my cheeks, as well as taking it quite high up around the shadow, because this look is colourful. I might as well go quite heavy, or heavy-ish, on the blush. It'll sink in anyway after I apply my setting spray, so it doesn't really matter how heavy I go right now. And then, where's my fan brush? Yes. I'm gonna take, this is one of the, I think it was the EyeLiner. You came out of these like candy-ish brushes, and this is from that set. I think it is anyway, can't remember. Oh. Give that a little spritz, and then we're going to highlight my face. Boom. Boom, boom. Before I do anything else, I'm actually going to spritz my face. I'm doing so well. That's the first thing I've dropped in this video. I'm doing so well. I was hoping I would finally do a video where I don't drop anything, but no. I had to drop something. It wouldn't be one of my videos if I didn't drop something. So now I'm actually just going to take this piece of card to really work in that setting spray. I can't find my I can't find my fan. It's right next to me. Good God, Faith, you're blind. And well, that's it for the eyeshadow for now. I'm going to take my Twisted Mascara in No. 1 Black by Thecollectivecosmetics, and going to apply a couple of generous coats of this to my lashes. I don't know why I sometimes say it like that, like my lashes. So why, Faith, why? Can anyone actually do that mascaras without pulling a strange face? I automatically always did it, and they don't know why. I don't really think it does anything either. Also going to be using a new lipstick today. This is the Lip Dose Soft Matte LipClick lipstick by Sleek in the shade Say My Name. And really a pinky nude that actually matches my lips perfectly. Oh, not perfectly, it's like one of those my lips but better shades. and this is the second time I've used it. First time in the picture or video. I just touched them when I got them. I really like it. It is super cute. And I can definitely see this becoming a fave. What else do I need to do? I don't need to do anything else actually, apart from just cover my eyes and actually my face one final spray. Alrighty guys, this is the completed look. I hope you enjoyed it. This is the eyes right here. I actually had really fun, a lot of fun doing this. It was nice to just do something kind of creative-ish and like try some different eye shapes. Definitely like how this turned out. So before I go, don't forget to, I've already said it, but I'll say it again, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and also follow me on Instagram. Link will be down below, as I already said in the beginning. And I will see you in my next video. Take care. Bye.